Yo, what's going on guys, it's Cynical and welcome back to another Kingdom Hearts 3 news and information video. Today for you guys, I thought we'd sit down and talk about the public demo situation. This has been an extremely strong topic point within the Kingdom Hearts community, probably for the past 2 months, ever since the Kingdom Hearts 3 premiere event that actually happened in May of this year. Now, for the people who don't know too much about this was an exclusive media invite-only event, where the media got a chance to play Kingdom Hearts 3 for the very first time in the world. Now, the premiere event consisted of 2 different demos that we were actually able to play, these being the Toy Story demo as well as the Olympus demo. Now, 1 month after May, it was of course June, and this marks the start of E3 2018. At this event, Square Enix actually had both of these demos there playable, except this time around Toy Story was slightly shorter than the Toy Story demo presented at the premiere event. However, though, E3 was special because this marks the very first place in the world that the public, not just the media, but the public, got a chance to actually test out what Kingdom Hearts 3 is feeling like. And so I think ever since really E3 specifically, because this is the first ever public event in which the demo has been playable, I think ever since then a lot of people have been asking the question, will these demos, or even at least looking towards the Olympus demo, which is pretty short, about 10 minutes, will this be publicly distributed onto things like the PlayStation Store or Xbox Live Marketplace? Now, during E3, Famitsu actually interviewed Tetsuya Nomura and asked him a bunch of questions. They actually got onto the topic about a public demo, and this is what has been answered as well as asked. Famitsu asked, please tell us more about what's going to happen with Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, are there any plans to distribute some kind of trial or demo? Nomura said both the trial and demo require a lot of production work, so we don't have any plans to release any. However, Japanese users will get a chance to play it at the Tokyo Game Show. So that right there is the confirmation in itself from the big boss. Tetsuya Nomura is basically saying no, there is no plans to distribute any kind of demo onto some kind of public platform. So it seemed like the Kingdom Hearts 3 demos, both consisting of Olympus and Toy Story, will only be playable at different public events throughout this year. Events like Gamescom, TGS, most likely Jump Festa, and this is also a similar pattern that we saw with Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep back in 2016 when the promotion for Kingdom Hearts 2.8 was going on. 0.2 Birth by Sleep was playable at many different gaming conventions and events, but the demo itself was never put onto the PlayStation Store. E3 2016 marks the very first event or convention in which 0.2 was playable at, and from there on forwards, up until the release of 2.8, 0.2 was pretty much found playable at every single other event that followed. So I think we can expect the same kind of treatment for that of Kingdom Hearts 3. It should also be known that the demo is titled Premium Showcase, which furthermore kind of shows us that this demo doesn't have any intentions of being released onto a public platform. Now, I understand the frustration behind this, mainly because a lot of people out there are saying, well, there's, a very select few group of people who have played Kingdom Hearts 3, but in terms of the people that don't have some kind of online presence or don't go to these major events or conventions, we're pretty much missing out, or at least until the release of the game early in 2019. And yeah, I totally get that kind of frustration. The thing is, we don't live in a perfect world, and that's just how things kind of are. In my eyes, personally, I don't really see anything too wrong with actually at least releasing the Olympus demo, mainly because it's only around about 10 minutes, and to put it on something like the PlayStation Store or Xbox Live Marketplace. Now, this is where we sort of get into a little bit of controversy that has recently happened when mainly looking towards the video that Dean released that contains all of the key keepers, myself included, when we actually talk about the public demo situation. Now, one point that we actually brought up in this video is that we believed one of the major reasons behind Square Enix making the decision not to release this demo to the public is due to the fear of data mining and coders going into the files and finding unused assets that will later on be used for the final version of Kingdom Hearts 3. Around about a week after Dean uploaded this video onto his channel, a YouTube user that goes by the name of the 13th Vessel, which I'm sure many of you guys probably know of because I've actually covered some of his content in the past here on the channel. He's positioned in the mod community for the Kingdom Hearts community, so he does all sorts of different things towards modding and hacking towards the games itself. He's got some really interesting content. He actually made a response video to the video that Dean uploaded on his channel where we were claiming that one of the reasons behind why the demo is not getting publicly released is due to the fear of data mining, and this is still a point that I stand by. However, within the 13th Vessel's video, he felt like almost himself, along with his modding friends, were being specifically targeted by this, as of course himself, as well as many other YouTubers that he affiliates himself with, are positioned within the modding community known for things like data mining and coding. Now, I cannot stress this enough, within Dean's video, we were not specifically targeting anyone in particular, and I know for myself, I actually have a long-running history of covering the modding scene when it comes to Kingdom Hearts, mainly because I love anything to do with modding, but specifically when it comes to Kingdom Hearts modding, I think that's one of the coolest things ever. This is actually why I've been following both the 13th Vessel, other YouTube users like Disguster, Sirako-san, Crazy Cats, Exanimo, Key to Truth, just to name a few. These guys are the big heads when it comes to Kingdom Hearts modding. I just want to say that I do apologize for you feeling like you've been personally or specifically attacked in this situation, not just yourself, but your other affiliates here on YouTube. But I cannot stress this enough, when we were making the point in Dean's video, we did not make the point with the intention of specifically targeting a set group of people. We simply made the point with the fear of data mining as a general statement. There is absolutely a real possibility of someone dipping into the files, finding some unused assets or files lying around within the demo, and post the findings onto the internet to potentially spoil what is to come. And I understand that Square Enix could take the extra time out to completely clean up the files of a demo version of Kingdom Hearts 3 to obviously ensure that nothing is lying around loose within the game's files. However, something like that does of course take time to ensure that the code is 100% clean and only contains what it should contain and not any other sort of unused assets or findings that, yes, could potentially be labeled as a spoiler. As we know, Tetsuya Nomura is just dead set on completing Kingdom Hearts 3 and making sure that development just stays smooth. And so I guess both Square Enix as well as Tetsuya Nomura don't really want to take out that extra time to not only make sure that something like the code is clean within a demo version, but to also go through all of the other extra additional layers of getting a demo out to the public. At the end of the day though, Square Enix are still giving the public an opportunity to play Kingdom Hearts 3 early before the release of the game. This is obviously via going to conventions and events like E3 or Gamescom. Again, of course, it comes down to a whole financial thing. Things like going to these conventions do cost in terms of like tickets, accommodation, travel, or flights. This kind of thing does certainly ramp up. However though, the good thing to keep in mind is Kingdom Hearts 3 now has a release date. January 29th, 2019. No matter why. Just no matter. But we now know the actual release date as to when this beautiful, juicy thing is actually going to be coming out. So we don't have too much more waiting to be done, taking away any kind of additional layers in the whole, like, data mining situation. Yeah, I would honestly love the Olympus demo to be put onto something like the PlayStation Store. But again, we just gotta respect the fact that Tetsuya Nomura is just dead set on finishing the game, and probably just doesn't want to go through the extra hassle. And also just looking at public demos from a general standpoint, not every single game that's ever released ever always releases with a demo, right? I mean, sure, a lot of games do release with demos, and generally that's a pretty good thing. It means that the developers are putting out a very cut down sort of early version of the game, so it can just be downloaded for free so that many people get to try out the game before actually making the purchase. This is not only beneficial to that of the consumer, but it's also beneficial to that of the developers as well, as it allows people to actively give feedback to the developer through the means of YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or just social media in general. But on the other side of the spectrum, a lot of games also don't release with demos. Rather, they just don't have a demo at all, or they'll have demos exclusively at events and conventions. Now guys, that is all for today. Hopefully you dudes are having an absolutely fantastic day. In the comment section down below, let me know your thoughts and opinions. I'm sure you guys probably have some pretty strong opinions about today's topic. However guys, I've been Cynical, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.